Students, are you listening me? Anusha, it was your mistake. Oh my God, I was in a very much problem at that time because now, okay, it's okay. Please be careful. Don't touch anything, please. Okay, because it was your mistake and we have got a lot of problem. It was computer's mistake. So please, you should sit away from the computer. Okay. Now I'm going to discuss the remaining part of the lecture. Okay, I hope you have understood till there. Now I am describing the parts of an essay here. There are three parts of an essay: introduction, body, and conclusion. That means whenever you write the paragraphs, then you have to mention the introduction in the first paragraph. The middle paragraphs are known as the body part of an essay, and the last paragraph, it is called the concluding paragraph, or you can write the conclusion in the last paragraph. Okay. Now I want to discuss these parts of an essay one by one. First of all, introduction. The introduction of an essay is written in the first paragraph. You all know that introduction means you have to write some points about the topic or some background. Okay. The introduction should attract the reader's attention. It means the introduction should be having some important points that the reader can attract towards that points, and he will be willing to read the whole essay. A dialogue, information, or a quote can be written. It means you can make it more attractive by using a dialogue, information, or a quote in it. Okay, I hope you have understood till here. Now I move to the body part of an essay. Body part of an essay is actually the description of the topic, and in which we write more than 3 paragraphs, sometimes 4 paragraphs, sometimes 3 paragraphs are must be there, but we can add more paragraphs, 5, 4, 6, whatever we need. The body of an essay explains or describes the topic. It means you have to write the explanation about the topic here. Each main idea in the outline is written in separate paragraph. If you remember, I have told you in the beginning, whenever you collect the main points, then you can write those points in separate paragraphs, the main points. Each paragraph begins by writing the main idea. It means whenever you collect the main points, these should be written in the beginning of each paragraph, and the paragraphs should be separate, or you can use many paragraphs here in the body part. All supporting ideas are you all know that the internet connections are very much disturbing nowadays. So we have a lot of disturbance today. We were discussing about the main points to be written in separate paragraphs, and the all supporting ideas are written in the same paragraph. Okay, it means when you collect the less important points which are supporting the main point, then you should add those points in the same paragraph which is having the main point. Now we come to the conclusion, that is the third part of an essay. The conclusion brings the end of the topic. It is actually the end of the topic. It means you have to write the conclusion, or it is called the concluding paragraph. The conclusion of an essay is written in the last paragraph. It must be written at last. It sums up all the ideas about the topic. It means all the ideas should be concluded in the last paragraph. It should consist of some strong sentences. Some strong sentences mean some attractive sentences, so that the reader can remember all these points in his mind. These sentences keep the place in the reader's mind. Okay. Whenever we have the conclusion, very best conclusion, or the attractive one, or the with the strong sentences, then the reader could remember all those points in his mind. Now we come to the kinds of the essay. Kinds of essay, there are actually three kinds of essay which I'm going to discuss here. The first one is descriptive essay, the second one is narrative essay, and the third one is compare and contrast essay. These three kinds of essays I am going to discuss today one by one. Now the first one is descriptive essay. Descriptive essay, as the name suggests, that it is about the description of something. A descriptive essay describes a person, a place, or a thing. We can describe these three here under the heading of the descriptive essay, like person, place, or thing. A descriptive essay includes important details about the person, place, or thing in such a manner that the readers can create a picture in their mind about the person, place, or thing being described. It means the descriptive essay should be written in the way, or the description should be written in the way Now I'm going to discuss the descriptive essay. Descriptive essay means whenever you describe a person, place, or thing. But your description should be so much um, in the detail that the reader, if he cannot meet that person, or if he cannot see that place or thing, then he could create a picture of the person or the thing in his mind, and he could understand the personality of a person, or if you are writing about the place or a thing, he could easily understand about that place or the thing. Now, some details which should be written here about the person. You should be very careful whenever you write about any personality. There should be general description. General description means moving from general to specific. General to specific means it has to be mentioned here that it is generally, we are writing about some personality. So whatever we write in the introduction, it is about the general description. And when you come to the specific, that means whatever personality you have chosen for writing the essay. Physical description means you have to write about the face of the person, his belt, his clothes, how he is wearing, which type of clothes he's wearing, expressions, what expressions are there, and you have to write about the personality traits. Personality traits means personality characters, like habits, like attitude, like behavior. You have to mention his behavior, his attitude with other persons as well. It means actually whenever we write an essay, there should be perfect knowledge about that. It means you have to collect the information very properly. Now, details to be written about places or things. If you have to have assigned a topic to write about some place or thing, then you should add these details. Physical description, that means moving from general to specific. It means general means you have to write about the introduction of different things, and then you come to the specific thing or the place which you have to mention here. Then you have to write about the characteristics of the place or the thing. That means it again moving from general to specific. You can generally describe different places and then come to the specific one or the particular one about which you are going to write the essay. Then you have to add finer details about the things. If you are writing about the things or the objects, then you have to write the details about its size, color, shape, texture, and structure. Okay, you should be very careful about these things. If you are writing about some places, then you have to mention about the atmosphere of the place. Okay, then qualities you can mention of the things and the objects. It is the physical appearance, but you can write about the other qualities of the things or the object. But I want to say that the things and the objects are not described in this class or in this grade, like ninth or 10th grades. We are describing the things in the primary or primary classes, like 1 to 3 levels. But you have to be assigned different places to write an essay on those topics. So there should be particular knowledge or complete information about the place. I hope you have understood till here. Now I want to show you some topics for descriptive essay. I'm showing you these topics so that you can practice the topics in your rough notebook. We will do some more essays afterwards, but you should I'm giving you these topics so that you will complete the essays or write the essays for doing practice in your rough notebooks. Now, the first topic is the teacher I remember. Okay, it means your favorite teacher and how she teaches you, how she taught you, how she behaved with you. You have to write all about the teacher. Then the second point or the second topic is my favorite uncle or aunt. There is an option. You can write about your favorite uncle, how he behaves with you, what was your relation with him, or how he treats you, whether he's giving you gifts or not. Okay. Now the third one is my favorite personality. Any personality can be written here, but you cannot add any personality or any person who is your relative or friend. Okay. It is about the famous personalities. A historical place. This is about the place of some historical importance, like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, whatever you can write about. It means the things or the places which are of historical importance. The fifth one is a scenic place. Scenic place means the places where you can go for excitement, for excursion, like picnic places, like seasides, like parks. Okay, so you can describe them in detail. I hope you have understood till here. Now I am moving to the narrative kind of essays. Narrative essay. A narrative essay is focused on telling a story. Narrate, actually the word narrate means to describe something in detail in the form of the story. Okay, so it means whenever you write the narrative essay, it means you have to write the description of an incident or a particular day which you remember, or accident or dream. You can, or annual day or Eid day, Eid celebration, whatever, birthday parties. You can add all any one of these topics here. A narrative essay includes important details about the incident. It means when you write the narrative essay, you have to add the important details about the incident, about the accident, about the event, whatever you are going to describe here. Details to be written. Here, you should mention these details about the incident, about the event, about the accident, whatever. When and where the event incident took place. You have to mention the place of the event, place of the incident, and where the place of the incident and when. It means you have to write about the day or date. You must mention the date of the event as well. What happened? Include the significant details. What happened on that day or at that time, you have to write all the details there. What is its significance at personal level, societal level, and country level? You can write the importance of that event in the concluding paragraph and what are the effects of those events or those incidents on the people. Tips to be applied. Tips to be applied means you have to use these techniques or these tips to write the narrative essay. Make an outline of the plot. It means you can make the web of the essay. It means you have to mention all the points or write all the points which you want to describe there in the form of narrative essay. Describe the important characters. It is also the most important point here, that if you are writing about the birthday party, you must describe the birthday boy or the birthday girl, that what she is wearing or what he is wearing or how much excited he or she was. Describe the scene, the arrangement. Okay, if you are describing the birthday party, you have to describe the arrangement. If you are describing any incident or accident, then you are describing the things surrounding them. Okay, I hope you are understanding. Now an student a student is joining now, and I'm telling you are very much late because a lot of time has been gone. So please, you should be there on time. Now I'm discussing some topics for narrative essay. The first one is a road accident. It means if you have seen a road accident, you have to mention about the damage occurred there, about the wounds or the injuries the people got them, and the surrounding people, effect on the surrounding people, what was there in the surrounding. Then the next topic is a memorable day. You can add any Eid celebration, any birthday party, any annual function here. An unforgettable day. This can also include the annual function or the result day or any milad or any sports day. You can add any one of them. The fourth one is a terrible earthquake. Whenever you are describing an earthquake, you have to write about the damages, about the people, what happened to the people, what happened to the buildings, what happened to the surrounding area, and then you have to mention about the effect on the peoples. A horrible dream. This is the next topic. Whenever you are sleeping and you saw some dream and what happened when you woke up, you have to write all about that. Now I come to the third kind of essay. It is compare and contrast essay. You can understand from the topic that there should I hope you all have understood till here. Now I am going to describe the compare and contrast essay means whenever we write the similarities and the differences between two things. Okay, it means we have to write the properties or the similarities and the differences between two things. So you should have two things or two topics in the same essay. So I'm showing you some of the topics for compare and contrast essay. The first one is city and village life. It means you have to write the similarities and differences between these two things. And I want to tell you that whenever you write the similarities or the properties of a city life, then you have to mention in the body part. So write about the city life first, and the same points you have to add about the village life in the next paragraph. It means first paragraph is of city life, then second paragraph is of village life. Then again, if you are taking any other property, then you have to mention it in the paragraph about the city, and then the fourth one is the paragraph about the village life. Okay, you should be very careful about that. You can mention the technical advancement. You can mention the malls, shopping centers, schools, colleges, roads, traffic, everything you can add here. Now, the second topic is blessings and curses of science. Blessings and curses means the useful things, or the curses means the harmful things, harmful things. Actually, these are about the inventions of the science, that how we are using them and how they become useful for us and how they become harmful for us. The third one is advantages and disadvantages of computer. You all know that computer is very much important nowadays, but it has certain disadvantages as well. Fourth one is uses and abuses of mobile phones. You all know that mobile phones are very much important, but there are some abuses, and it will be useful when we use in the positive manner, and they become harmful if we use them in the negative ways. The fifth one is advantages and disadvantages of internet. You know that internet is the most important thing nowadays. Otherwise, we can't connect with each other. But you have to mention their advantages and disadvantages. Okay. Now I have given you many topics for writing the essays, and these topics are to be given to you just because so that you can do the practice in your rough notebooks. Okay, I hope you have understood everything very clearly, but I will upload the video, and if you have got some confusions, then you will see the video again and again and find out the solutions. There is little time left, so I want to ask you if you have got any problem. So please write in the chat box, or otherwise if you have understood, then reply yes or no. Here, I'm waiting for your replies, please. Please reply, I'm waiting. Okay, Nawal, Anusha, very nice. We have understood. But we have got a lot of problem today because of internet connection. You all know it very well, because net connections are not working very properly nowadays. But um, you should be now, should know that from Monday onwards, we will have the regular classes in the school. So there will be no problem afterwards, and you have to be regular in the school, and you should complete all the work in time. Okay, and you should bring your literature language journals with the literature books uh, from Monday. Okay, and I hope you have understood everything. If I want to end my lecture here. If you have got any question, then ask me here. What about the other students? Do you want to ask anything? Okay. Now I'm ending my lecture here. Inshallah, we'll meet in the class. Allah Hafiz.